Everyone, my name is Sosa Jackson, and so today I'm presenting you another video of Isekai quartet track to tankfish. Yes, enjoy the video.
Hi, I'm Tankfish, and I'm wanted in several countries for environmental crimes. You fish for entertainment. I fish to destroy the ecosystem. We're not the same. Welcome to Fish, where you, fish. That's it. Give a man a fish, he's fed for a day. Teach a man to fish, and now that's all he ever does. You see, most men get addicted to 3 things in life: gambling, drugs, and fishing. This game has 2 of them, and if you pull a Tuco Salamanca while playing, which trust me, does enhance the experience quite a bit. Wallahi, you're finished. Now, many of you are probably wondering, Tank, what's the point of this game? Why are so many people playing it? Well, have you ever seen a fishing enthusiast spending his entire weekend happily staring at water for hours alone, doing absolutely a all except occasionally fiddling his rod a little bit? Well, I have. That's my dad. So essentially, fish is like that, except without the sunburns, the mosquitoes, and the urge to spend $1,000 buying equipment. Maybe we humans, deep down, all have the urge to go out and catch a big ass fish. I guess it's in our genes, or else we starve to death or some shit. Now, many of you are probably thinking, wait, isn't this game just Soul Silent for fish? Well, no, it's a lot more painful. Because here, instead of doing nothing, you have to play a game. So you know those janky minigames that the devs keep shoving into their games? Not the good ones. The ones that no one asked for and are just there to trick you into thinking there's more content, more reality there's not, because the devs are just too lazy to properly integrate their shit into the game in a fun and original way. Yep, that. But a game of just that. Fish is essentially the 3 most generic fucking minigames blended into one. First, when you cast your rod, you get the classic release the left mouse button at the right time. The game. Then, while waiting for a fish to bite, you get the bootleg Oshu CSGO aim trainer. The game. And finally, when you catch the fish, you get to play the keep the shit inside the bar. The game. It's Stardew Valley. It's the Demon Folk Claygord game. That's it. That's the main gameplay. Just 3 minigames back to back. And they're adding more. Now you can fish up a thermonuclear bomb for some reason and get to play the keep the shit balance between Q and E. The game. You know, I'm surprised they didn't add the click the button as fast as you can. The game. Like once someone is locked in trying to keep the shit inside of the bar, just jump scare them with it out of nowhere and make them mash buttons like their fucking life depends on it. I'm telling you, bro, this game is eventually gonna become the infinite gauntlet of minigames, bruh. Much like fishing in real life, the gameplay mostly consists of being disappointed. Cause while there's plenty of fish in the sea, you know what else there is? Trash. There's a lot of trash in the sea. You know, I have an empty plastic bottle in my hands, I wanna throw it away, and there's the fucking sea right there. I mean, it's right there. So yeah, for the most part, you'll be catching junks that no one really wants and common fish that you can find in supermarkets. And when you actually manage to hook on something good, you're probably gonna fumble and you're gonna blame it on the equipment, just like in real life. But eventually, you're gonna catch something good. But it's not gonna be enough. It's never enough. Human greed knows no bound. You know what they all say, there's always a bigger fish. And with that in mind, it's the pride of every fisherman. Your rod determines how respected you are in the fishing community. And a nice, long, sturdy, and girthy rod is a necessity to your success. Nothing brings a smile more on my face than when a fellow fishing enjoyer comes up to me and tells me, "Nice rod, bro." And I respond, "Wanna grab it and fill it out a little bit?" Obviously, you start off with a shitty second-hand rod that a homeless man gave you in exchange for some food. But as you progress, earn more money, and grow more and more addicted to fishing, your rod collection will grow. I have 9 rods. My wife took 9. How many do I have left? 20. Because I lied to my wife. Every rods have 5 different stats. Lore determines how much the fish like your rod and will affect how fast you get a bite. Luck determines how appealing your rod is to the fish and will increase the chance of catching rarer fish. And just like Soul's RNG, no one knows exactly how it works, man. Control determines, I don't know, the size of your rod because it increases the control bar when reeling in the fish. Resilience determines how sturdy your rod is. It reduces the fish movement when reeling them in. And max kilogram determines how strong your rod is because it determines the maximum weight of fish you can catch. Bruh, I said rod so many fucking times, it's all I can think now. Some rods also have special unique passives and they can range from enchanting the fish you catch to a literal fucking JoJo stand. You can also enchant your rods with enchant relics at the Statue of Sovereignty. You can either get them randomly by fishing or buy them from this f***ing wizard. There's a shitload of enchants and they all have the same rarity, but the devs keep adding junk enchants that nobody wants to lower your chance of getting a good enchantment. Cause they the ops, bro. Watch how they're gonna add the fishing license update, where you gotta pay to fish or else some NPC called the police will arrest your ass. Also, the devs seem to be obsessed with not making a rod good at everything. Like, they always have at least one stat that's kinda ass. So obviously this is a pain in the ass for meta players like me, but this actually enhances the immersion of the fishing experience because it makes a fish player talk like an actual fishing addict when a random person asks them why they have like 7 different rods in their truck. Well, you see, this rod is a spinning rod to catch smaller fishes. This one is a bait casting rod that uses heavier lures to catch bigger fish. This one is a trolling rod. Meanwhile, in fish, this one is the mythical rod. Have this aurora rod in case there's an aurora you can make a crap load of money. This one is the sunken rod and fishing. This one, and the devs are gonna keep adding more better rods and you're gonna keep coming back buying those rods, like how real life fishermen keep going back to Bass Pro every month or so like it's a fucking cold ritual. 10 out of 10 real fishing experience right here.